In this video, we are going to drive to a hotel called Bluff Dwellings. Once we get there, we are going to do the trail the hotel has, fly a drone beyond the cliffs, and finally swim in this really cool pool at sunset. We are now leaving for Bluff, and it is currently clear, and the temperature is about 48 degrees. It should warm up when we get further south. We are now getting on to US 6, and we now have to drive about 150 miles to get to I-70. We are now passing by a gas station called Miller's, which marks the start of the last part of US 6 that is very boring. It is kinda hard to see, but way out there is the Henry Mountains, and we are now almost through the boring part, and then we are going to head towards Moab. We are now getting off I-70, and we are getting on to US 191. We are going to be on 191 for the rest of the way to Bluff. Right about here is the entrance to Arches National Park, and you can kind of see cars going up the road, and here is the long line to get in. It would probably take an hour to get through. We are now crossing the Colorado River, which is a sign that we are very close to Moab. Right in front of us is the La Salle mountain range, and the highest peak is 12,700 feet, and it is also the highest peak in Utah outside of Uintas. Way out there is Shipwreck, which is a volcanic plug in New Mexico. It is now raining a little bit, but the rain should clear in like 30 seconds. It is supposed to be perfectly clear by about 7 p.m. tonight. We had made it to the Bluff Dwellings Hotel that we are staying at tonight. There are lots of things to do here. There are some rocks to climb, 2 trails, and a pool. It also has warmed up a lot since Salt Lake City. The current temperature is now 59 degrees. And the first thing we're going to do here is climb the rocks. We are now done climbing rocks, and now we are going to do the first trail. This trail climbs about 150 feet in 0.15 miles, and it also has some ladders yet to climb. We had made it to the first ladder on this trail. This one is not too long, but around the corner there is one that is like 12 feet tall. Right here is the 12-foot ladder, and at the top of it is the high point of the hike, so there should be a really good view of the hotel. We had made it to the top of the climb, and it looks like we climbed about 300 feet. The trail conditions was very rocky and steep, and here is our hiking status. The ascent is wrong, and we've only been going for 4 minutes, so you climb a lot in a short amount of time. We are now almost done with this trail, but before we end, we must go down a really steep descent. We are done with the first trail that goes up onto the cliffs, and now we are going to do the next trail, which is very flat and short. The distance is only about 0.15 miles, and there are lots of features on the trail, such as a rope sling and a very skinny bridge. And here is our hiking status. Right here is the very skinny bridge. We can't go on it because it is way too overgrown, and the water looks really gross. Right here is the rope swing, which is the last little feature on this trail. I can't do it because it is impossible to do one-handed. We had finished hiking the trails, and the hike was a half a mile and it took 26 minutes. It is now about 6:30 p.m. The sun sets around 7:45. We are now going to fly the drone because the sun on the red rocks look really cool, and then we will go to the pool. We are done flying the drone, and now we are going to go to the pool. It was really cool being able to see what was beyond the cliffs because the drone can go 400 feet. We are now at the pool, and the sunset looks even better than when we flew the drone. We are now done swimming in the pool. The red rocks and the pool together look really amazing. It is now getting pretty late. It is about 7:30 p.m. So this will be the end of the video for today. In the next video, we are going to drive up the Milky Dugway switchbacks to the top of Cedar Mesa and fly the drone when we get to the top.